Welcome to the Jaguar King podcast. I'm your host, Armin. I talk everything Jaguars football, usually in tears, and for the first time this season, there's a little bit of tears of joy. If you like anything Jaguars or anything NFL related, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the like button. It really helps my channel grow. And without further ado, in this week's episode, this must be what the Super Bowl feels like. The Jaguars lose to the Ravens on Sunday, 40-14. Last time we played the Ravens, we beat them 44-7.
Well. How the turntables.
This was Minshew's first game as a starter since being out with injury, and his mustache must have been doing some squats while he was out because it was looking extra thick. And you know who else has thick hair? Trevor fucking Lawrence. Thank you, Jets. Thank you so much. You have no idea. When you guys pulled out that victory, I pulled out my musket and did a desk pop. And on top of you guys securing the victory to giving us the first overall pick, you also beat the Rams, which first round pick we hold. Win-win situation. We haven't won in 13 weeks, and we got a double fucking whammy. This season has sucked so hard, and I never thought I would be happy to get the first overall pick, but getting Trevor Lawrence as a consolation prize, I wouldn't mind at all. I'd imagine even those who are still on board with Minshew being our franchise QB weren't mad that the Jets lost and we have a chance at Trevor Lawrence. Look, Minshew's a solid QB. I mean, he doesn't have the best pocket presence, he doesn't have the best arm strength, but he can throw the shit out of a wheel route. To me, Minshew is not a franchise QB. He was not given a good hand at all. Jay Gruden as an offensive coordinator didn't help him at all. In fact, last year, John DeFilippo got a lot more out of him with offense built for Nick Foles. And in the right situation, you can probably win with Minshew. But that's obviously not the situation here with Jacksonville. We have no talent. We're playing with literally plumbers at this point. And what a franchise QB needs to do is to elevate the play of those around him. And I don't know if Minshew does that. For the first half of the Ravens game, he was not able to get anything going, and they were completely shut out in the first half. Now let's talk about our defense against the Ravens. They sucked. Now back to Trevor Lawrence being our QB of the future. The Jaguars better not win a game. Doug Marrone, if you try to game plan of any sort, if you try to rally the troops of any sort, and in any way you try to add another win to your resume, I will be so fucking pissed. I'll beat the shit out of my pillow. You did your job, Jacksonville. You didn't win. The Jets won, so don't win any more games. Just don't do it. Don't do it. If we stick this out and actually get the first overall pick, this will be a huge plus for the Jaguars. We haven't had a franchise QB since Mark Brunell, really. Now, I know this team is not a QB away from competing. I mean, some would say with Trevor Lawrence, we would still be competitive, but I think there's a lot of pieces needed for this team to be competitive and making playoff runs and even a Super Bowl run. I mean, to start, our defensive line is absolutely horrible. Lamar Jackson had all day in the pocket to throw, and the Ravens ran at will. They even let a fucking lineman run for a first down. I've never seen somebody run with more determination. He picked up that fumble and just put the burners on. He lived every single offensive lineman's dream. Only lasted about 10 seconds, though, because he got blasted by Miles Jack. And I don't even want to get ahead of myself here because the Jaguars can go full Jaguars. And I don't even want to say it and put it out in the universe. Jaguars fans, you know what I'm talking about. And if that were to happen, remember that pillow I said I'd beat up? Yeah, I'd snap his neck. Before I end this, I want to talk about two things. The first being Aldrick Rojas. He had a fill in at punter because Logan Cook had diarrhea and couldn't make the game. His first punt was all right, but his second punt, that shit was top 5 punt in the NFL. The ball was snapped over his head. As he's going to recover it, there's a Ravens defender closing in on it, and he punts the ball off just as the Ravens defender gets there, nearly punting the defender's head off. Good shit, Rojas. And then there's one thing I want to mention about Doug Marrone. Never thought I'd say this, but he's a liar. Earlier this season against the Browns, he went for an ill-advised 2-point conversion after a penalty on the extra point. After the game, he went out to say that that's his philosophy. Every single time we get the penalty on the extra point and move it up to the 1, he wants to punch it in and go for 2. Well, that same exact situation happened against the Ravens this game, and he didn't go for 2. What's up with that, Doug? Overall, the play on the field was a total shit show. But after the game, that was the best news the Jags had all season. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for those who provided feedback. I had some questions for the people watching this channel, and you guys helped me figure out some things. I know a lot of people are ready for the offseason. I am too, but I figured with only 2 more games left and people are still enjoying that content, I figured I'd finish out the season and start the offseason stuff when the offseason begins. I want to thank you all for the support. Thank you for all those who subscribed. Your support means a lot to me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a preview in because I'm going on a mini vacation, but hopefully I'll see you all for the preview next week, if not for the recap. Go Jets!